Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Assalamu alaikum everyone. Inshallah, let's continue our reading from Mafatihul Hayat. Last time we started to talk about cleanliness and how it's so important to be clean, make sure your body is clean. We talked about how the Holy Prophet used to love putting perfume on. He used to like, smelling nice. This is all important. So we're going to continue our discussion on that. Imam Sadiq alayhi salam says that if you clean your plates and your dishes, and if you clean the floor, like if you do the vacuum of your floor, this will increase your sustenance and rizq. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will increase your sustenance. Okay, so some of us, we eat our food and we take the plate and what do? We throw it in the sink and we expect our maybe mother to clean it, right? But that's not nice. So Imam Sadiq is saying, look, all of you should be cleaning your own plates and this will increase your sustenance. And some of us, sometimes we play in our rooms or in the house and we leave the mess over there. We leave all the toys and the pieces and then we expect our mom or dad to clean up the mess. So look, Imam Sadiq is saying, whenever you're done eating food, make sure you clean your plate and make sure you clean your floor. Okay, so this is going to help you and increase your sustenance. The Holy Prophet used to say that if you have containers and pots, make sure you cover them up so that dust and germs and stuff don't go into those, or maybe even sometimes ants and insects, so they don't go inside your plates or kettles or jugs of water, for example. So this is saying that make sure you clean them up and make sure that they are clean. From the Holy Prophet, he says that make sure that sometimes when you have garbage in the house, make sure you don't just let the garbage keep piling. It's going to start stinking, obviously, right? So always try to make sure that there is no garbage piling inside your house. Make sure you put the garbage outside of your house so that the germs and the dust and stuff doesn't collect and so it doesn't start smelling. The place where you are sleeping and the place where you live should smell nice. It should not be full of garbage inside the house. Some people, the garbage is just there the whole week, 1 week, 2 weeks inside the house, and it starts to smell. This is not good. Okay, so look how many things we are talking in terms of cleanliness. Holy Prophet says, when you are going to sneeze, make sure you cover your mouth. I know it's very basic and common sense, but still sometimes we sneeze and we forget to cover our mouth. The Holy Prophet says that, always try to cover your mouth, whether it's with your hand or with your arm. Cover your mouth and try to sneeze, in a respectful way, not like a giant. Try to sneeze like a normal person, not like a monster or a beast. Okay, so this is, look, the Prophet is telling us. This is all adab. This is all etiquettes. This is all adab. Other stuff is about wudu. There's a lot of sawab, there's a lot of reward for just being in a state of wudu. So when you go to the washroom, if you're coming out, you're there, the sink is open, just do wudu quickly. It doesn't take that long. It shouldn't take that long. I know some of you guys take forever. It shouldn't take that long. Try to be in a state of wudu because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala really likes that and He gives you 10 rewards for it. Every time you do wudu, 10 extra reward for it. Okay? If you go to the toilet and you need to wash yourself in the toilet, after using the toilet, the Prophet says, use your left hand to wash yourself, not with your right hand. Right hand is what you use to what? Eat. Okay, so it's makruh to use your right hand to wash yourself in the toilet. Always use your left hand. Now, all of what we have spoken about has to do with the body, the physical body, right? Clean your body, take a shower, cut your nails, comb your hair, put perfume on. But there's also something about your mental health. There's a lot of things in Islam that actually talk about your mental well-being. Now, look at this. Just a very simple narration from Imam Ali alayhi salam, who says that alcohol was prohibited by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala because of your aql, because Allah wanted to protect your intellect. Right? People who drink alcohol and they get drunk, they lose control over their intellect, over their senses, and they do very silly things. Imam Rida alayhi salam says the same thing, that alcohol has been prohibited because it leads to the destruction of the intellect. The intellect. Maybe you don't make the right decisions. Right? Look at this, especially for grade 6 and 7. We've been talking about purification of the self. Look at what is, and controlling our desires. Look what Imam Ali says. He says every intellectual person, every smart person has to be very careful of becoming obsessed with money, becoming obsessed with power. We saw the examples today of someone who was obsessed with money and power in class. Also obsessed with praise. You always want people to praise you. So don't become obsessed with that. Because each of these has a very ugly stench and a smell on the day of judgment. So on the day of judgment, when Allah is going to punish you, people in hellfire, they're going to say, yo, this person stinks. Why does he stink? Because he was in this world obsessed with money and power and fame. And we saw how these people behave in this world, right? We saw in class what type of things these guys do. Sinning. We have to be careful from sinning, because the more you sin, the more you lose control over your aql. The more you lose control over your aql. Ujab. Who remembers what is ujab? Conceit. Does anyone know what is conceit? Is when you think the world revolves around you. Okay, when you think you're the best person in everything. Ujab. Okay, you think it's like not pride, it's like, because takabbur means you look down on other people. Ujab is you don't care about other people, you just think about yourself. Look what Imam Ali says. People who have ujab, people who think they are the best in everything, it actually destroys their aql as well. So look, if you notice, a lot of the akhlaqi things that are there, ujab and all of these things that we're talking about, they're actually there to protect your intellect. Protect your intellect, protect the way you think, protect the way you make decisions in life. This is also important. Accompanying people who are foolish. Okay, if you surround yourself with foolish and silly people, it's going to reduce your intellect as well. Try to surround yourself with smart people, intellectual people. Don't be in a circle of people that are fools. They're already gonna bring themselves down, and they're gonna bring you down as well with them. Listen to the advice of your elders and people who are smarter than you. Listen to their advice. This is better for you, it's good for you. Okay, and other stuff, inshallah, we'll continue tomorrow. All of these things have to do with controlling, maintaining our mental health, our intellect, preserving our intellect. So inshallah tomorrow we will continue, next week we will continue. Can we have a salawat?